Welcome to the Titty Fight. This instance brings a few more fun mechanics, but overall nothing hard to master once learned. I'm Reki, the ghost host, and this is how to beat Titania in the Dancing Plague. Starting off is as easy as it gets. Bright Sabbath is a very light room-wide AoE that can easily be healed through. Phantom Rune is a move that Titty will cast throughout the fight. You will know that this one is coming when you hear the line, "Can you guess which one?" Either you will have to all stack up on her hitbox, or clear some distance from her. There are markings that guide you, and there will be time to figure out where to go, so you shouldn't have much of a problem. The next move you should be looking out for is Divination Room, which is a conal tank buster-like effect similar to Tsukuyomi's Torment Unto Death. If you are the main tank, keep her faced away from the rest of your group to avoid mass damage and use cooldowns as necessary. The next rune to look out for is Mist Rune, which will spawn 4 puddles on the ground. At least one person must be standing in a puddle to avoid spawning an ad. When in the puddle, you will get a fire resistance buff that is very helpful for the stack marker that comes up shortly after that deals fire damage. Overall, just stack up in any puddle when the stack marker shows up and you should have no problem. The phase will change when Titty casts Midsummer Night's Dream and change the stage into a forest-like environment. One of the new runes you will now encounter is Growth Rune, which spawns a bunch of roots that grow towards the edge in 8 directions. Anyone caught in these will receive a bleeding debuff and will be bound to the roots for a bit, so dodge as necessary. Another new rune is Frost Rune, which works the exact same way as Shiva's Icicles. Each one that drops will deal a vulnerability stack and should be avoided. The only thing that is different is that you will need to spread out immediately afterwards, as each player will be marked and hit, so avoid the unnecessary stack damage. Eventually, Titty will begin her ad phase. She will spawn 3 separate ads: Puck, Peace Blossom, and Mustard Seed. At first, these ads are no problem and can be easily burned down. When all ads are down, they will go off the stage and become giant. Each ad now has a certain mechanic attached to it. Mustard Seed has a big multiconal AoE pattern called Leaf Storm that has little safe room, so make sure you are in a good spot when you see these markers. At the same time, you are most likely dealing with Peace Blossom casting Peace Bomb, which picks 2 players and marks them with massive circles, limiting the safe zone even further. Avoid stacking these as necessary and get to the best possible spot you can to avoid unnecessary damage. Puck will occasionally hit the center of the stage, causing everyone to be knocked back. Make sure you are not standing in the middle during this move, and be aware of the other mechanics of the other 2 ads while this is happening. There is no specific order you need to take these ads out, so just do it how your group feels comfortable. On top of everything, you will also deal with a stack marker, so once again, get together when you see these arrows. Burn all ads down before Titty's power reaches 100, and you will move on to the next phase. During this phase, Titty will start doubling up on her runes. Firstly, she will cast Mist Rune, however this time it will mark up each player with a circle, so spread to avoid the damage. After the move hits, get into a puddle to once again prevent an ad from spawning and get the massive fire resistance buff. Now she will cast both Flame Rune and Phantom Rune at the same time, leaving a small portion of the puddle still usable, so make sure you are in the puddle for Flame Rune but not standing in the markers for the Phantom Rune. Always be prepared for more stack markers afterwards. She will eventually cast 2 Growth Runes at the same time, rendering even less of the stage safe, so make sure you aren't once again getting entangled in the roots. After this, it is mostly just repeated mechanics, so just burn her down and make sure you know your runes and you should have no problem. It was a pleasure being your tour guide and your ghost host, now signing off. I'm Reki, you're not, and have fun playing with some titties.